Hello my friends, I'm Clover and this is Genuinely Approachable Sudoku, and today we are solving 5 Deprived by Philip Newman. This is a Renban and German Whispers Sudoku. So we have normal Sudoku rules. That means we're placing the digits 1 through 9 once each in each row, each column, and each outline 3x3 region. And in addition to that, we have some green and kind of pinky purple lines in the grid. And the green lines are German Whispers lines. Along a German Whispers line, adjacent digits, like these two digits for example, have to have a difference of 5 or more. Each of these pinkish Renban lines has to contain a set of consecutive digits, but those digits can appear in any order. So for instance, they could be, like this could be 4, 6, 5, because 4, 5, 6 is a consecutive set of digits, but they don't have to be in order. So let's get started. So there are only two digits that are 5 or more away from 3. Those are 9 and 8, so we're going to place those there. Now next to an 8, we have to put either a 1 or 2. Next to a 1 or 2, we have to have a high digit again, but we've already used 6, 8, and 9, so we're going to place a 7. And then the only digits that can go on either side of 7 are 1 and 2. That makes this a 4 because that's the last remaining digit that's far enough away from 9. So now this is going to be a 5-6 pair, except that 5 can't go next to anything on a German Whispers line, so 5 can't go in that cell at all. So that's a 6, that's a 5. 6 is going to go next to 1. And then the 1 is going to go next to 7, 8, or 9, which has to go next to a low digit, 2 or 3, or could it technically be 4, except that there would be no digit we could put on the other side of it. We would have used 9 already. So that's going to be a 2 or 3. That's a 7, 8, or 9, that's a 2 or 3, that's a 7, 8, or 9, and then this has to be a low digit, but we've already used up 1, 2, and 3, so that must be our 4. That makes this a 9. Now, whatever this digit is, it has to be adjacent to both 2 and 3. In fact, we know which way those go because there's a 2 right there. So that's going to be the 8, not the 7, because 8 is too close to 3. And that makes this cell a 5. Now, 3 has to be next to an 8 or a 9. There's an 8 there already, so that's going to be a 9. So this has got to be low, and it's not 3 or 4, so it's 1 or 2 to be far enough away from the 9. So now this is 7 or 8, and that is 1 or 2 again. Now, over here, you've probably noticed by now, if you're not familiar already, that German Whispers lines always alternate between high digits and low digits, always excluding 5, because the only digits that are far enough away from 1, 2, 3, 4 to have a difference of 5 or greater are 6, 7, 8, 9, and vice versa. So we only have 2 high digits left in this row. We've used 6 and 7 already. So in order to alternate, we can't put high digits here, here, and here because we only have 2 of them left, 8 and 9. So we have to put them here and here. So that's going to be an 8, that'll be a 9, and that resolves that into a 7. So then these guys are going to be our low digits. 4 can't go next to the 8, so there we go. And then these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've already used 1 and 2 in the region, so that is from 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 goes next to a 6, 7, 8, or 9, and we've already used 8 and 9 looking at that cell, so that's going to be a 7, and then the other digit that can go adjacent to a 7 is going to be a 1. And then in this column we need 5, 6, and 8. The consecutive set containing 4 must be 5 and 6, and that's now an 8. Now these are going to be 1, 4, 5, and 6. That's not a 1. Okay. Now, we have this set of consecutive numbers, and since it's 8 in size, it can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the only digits we can exclude from it are 1 or 9. So this can't be a 2, because that would be excluding a 2. So that's a 1, and that's our 2. Now, here, we can only exclude the digits 1, 2, 8, and 9. We know we're not excluding an 8 because there's an 8 here, so 8 can't go in those cells. 8 has to be somewhere on those lines. So these have to be from 1, 2, and 9. That can't be a 3, that can't be a 1. Here we have a 5 on the Renban line, but we know it doesn't contain a 4, so it's got to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 6 and 7 in that region already. So that's an 8, 9 pair. That's a 6, 7 pair. These now become a 2, 3 pair. These become 1, 2, and 3 to finish off their row. And these are going to be 6 and 8. That makes this a 5 and makes this a 6. And then these will be 1 and 4. Or not 1 and 4, 1 and 9. Now if you look at this German whisper, this has to be low, 1, 2, or 3, therefore this has to be high. So that's our 9. So that's not a 1. Now here, that makes this a 7 because there's a 6 there, and so now we can't use a 7 on this consecutive set, so this has to be 4, 5, 6 in order to have a 6 in it. That's not a 2, that's a 1 or a 3, and there's a 1 looking at it, so that's our 3, and that is our 1, which makes that a 2. Places a 1 right there. That can't be a 6 because we've placed a 6 in the row. So these are now from 3, 4, 5. And this can't be a 3 because there's a 3 in its region, so that's the 3. That's not a 6, it sees a 6. That's not a 3. We have a 4, 5 pair here, so the only remaining digit to place in the region is a 9, and then these are from 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this 2 sees that, meaning that's a 4, 5 pair. So these are from 6, 8, 9. That's not an 8. Okay. This 2 sees that, so that's a 1. These are going to be 5 and 6. These are going to be from 2, 4, 5, 7, and that's not a 2. What was my next move here? That 8 sees this, so that's a 6, and that's an 8. Eliminating 6 from here, and resolving this stuff. 5 sees this 4, 5, which resolves this stuff in the middle. That makes that a 2, and resolves the rest of these low digits over here. That's now a 2 and a 3. Yeah, we need a 2, 9 pair there. Those are going to be 4 and 7. There's a 9 in row 7 already. And then I think we can just finish up with classic Sudoku. And that is how you solve Philip Newman's 5 Deprived. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. The link to solve it yourself is in the description of this video, and I will see you again in 3 days.